Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I would like to review The Whale. This movie was released in late 2022 and made quite some waves, receiving a lot of praise from reviewers and regular movie enjoyers alike. And among the things that were praised were the writing and the Fraser's acting. Beware spoilers ahead. I won't be going the entire movie in great detail, but I will outline the general picture. We have Charlie, who is essentially the whale in this story. He's a divorced gay who lost his partner to suicide and decided to not restrict his caloric intake as a punishment for some of his life's choices. I guess judging by this summary alone, you might figure out that I'm not a very big fan of this movie, and you would be right. But let me tell you why. You see, I like and enjoy all kinds of films, and I tend to not criticize films that are true to themselves. If a film wants to be a silly comedy and delivers simple gags, that's what I expect and that's what I get. I don't expect that movie to have some strong dramatic story or a deep idea. And likewise, when I watch a thriller, I expect a nerve-wracking experience with the plot as thick as a posh wedding cake. The Whale claims to be a narrative drama, and not only that, it is also a movie that is set, for the most part, in one room. So all the emphasis is on the characters and the story. The characters, and especially the protagonist, try to grab your attention through a visual shock factor and rawness of the presentation. And at first you might even believe it, but soon enough you start seeing through the cracks of the veneer. Charlie is shown to care little for himself, yet he's got great teeth. He obviously got plenty of cash and an easy gig at work. He's got people taking good and regular care of him, and he's even got a little imitation of a pet. He's even got a house with all the basic comforts of life. You see, the whale, Charlie, is not really the whale as it is described in the book. Charlie very much does feel and exists in a perpetual ultimate comfort zone. Charlie might think he's exerting punishment upon himself for leaving his daughter and not being able to help his love, Alan, but in reality Charlie is a pathetic slug that crawled into his shell, surrounded himself with his drug of choice and closed off the rest of the world for as long as it suited him. By the time we meet Charlie, he's on the finish line to his goal, death. And now that Charlie knows he's soon to be gone, he wants to get some things in order, such as reaching out to his daughter and, as he put it, wanting to make sure she's a good person. I mean, what a pathetic and selfish idea and attempt. I cannot even begin to imagine how horrible it must feel to be abandoned by one of your parents as a child, and when you become a troubled teenager, that individual essentially storms into your life with more misled guidance and demands, tearing old wounds wide open and putting you into so much mental and physical pain and pressure. Speaking of daughter, the actor seems to play a typical character to her. It seems to me that Sadie Sink is turning into a bit of a character actor. I hope she picks some different roles to diversify. And as for the character of the daughter, from one point of view she's justifiably rebellious and antagonistic, but at the same time the way she's actually executed makes her look just fussy. There is too much of that and they should have taken it down a notch. I understand she's supposed to be a super smart, troubled teenager, but why don't you show that through your actions rather than attitude? And no, simple googling up for somebody's parents or writing a couple of lines with a rhythm doesn't count. All in all, I found the daughter to be mostly annoying due to execution rather than the idea for the character itself. The other significant characters in the movie are the nurse and the religious kid. I didn't bother noting down their names, and I don't think it matters. The nurse is a decently written character, but the execution is once again a bit annoying. I understand she's supposed to be getting annoyed with Charlie due to his clashing condition and attitude, but the execution of the annoyance through cheap profanity and mojo is ridiculous. It's like the creators wanted to introduce even more realism to the story and shock factor for the viewer by having a caretaker act so unusually, but in practice you just have another character with a fussy veneer without anything backing it up. The religious kid has very little in terms of personality to him and even less in terms of brains. The idea seems to be to demonstrate religious fanatics as a bit of simpletons who are only capable of reading those important texts literally. This character is essentially here to simplify the telling of the storyline that covers Alan's struggle to combine his religious beliefs and his love for Charlie. There are a few scenes in this movie that I suppose are there to demonstrate Charlie's much deeper awareness of all the relevant religious texts and his profound understanding of those, but they come out as basic and still quite literal. I reckon more writing effort with some focus on philosophical interpretation would have improved that part of the story. Oh yes, and there is also Mother, the ex-wife. She's another notable character and I actually liked her the most. She seems to be the most down-to-earth of all of them. She's tired and pissed with all these fussy marshmallow people around her and she even finds a way to accept her own faults. But she's still a good person and genuinely feels bad for someone she used to love dearly. And now let's get back to Charlie. His acting shines as he is actually the only one consistently visible character who acts accordingly to his character, keeping in mind his uniqueness and coping with the obvious physical burden. Props to him for that. As for the character himself and the message of the story, I'm sad, I'm honestly and truly sad that most we can do is repentance through self-indulgence and desperate search for spotlight. Charlie is not strong, fair or reasonable. Charlie is not even that deep or emotional. Charlie is safe and comfortable. His message is to go for amazing and honest takes, disregarding the organization and education. Don't listen to Charlie, he is dumb. Your education does not come at the cost of your honesty. Being honest with and true to yourself is your inner call. No one and nothing can change that. But education, whatever it is, brings you the tools and information necessary to form your thoughts and ideas in a rich and complete manner. And as for the amazing takes, just enjoy your life. Stop searching for the next mainstream thing, the next big break, the next hot take. Let yourself enjoy the moment you're in, enjoy the people you're with, and enjoy doing the things that you do. Anyway, to wrap this review up, I do not like this movie. I don't like it because it is very pretentious and because it bites considerably more than it can chew. I do, however, recommend you check it out if you have not already, as it is still better than most of what is getting released today. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you really do, subscribe and get notified whenever a new video goes up. I look forward to reading your thoughts on The Whale in the comment section, and do let me know if there is a movie you'd like me to review. That is all I have to speak of today. Goodbye.